Kelly Bills Talk. We keep it real, we keep it raw, we keep it authentic. Mafia, mount up.
Welcome into Cali Bills Talk. It's your boy Prime. Wanted to jump in. The Bills game is still currently live right now. It is in the fourth quarter. Mike White is in, our third string quarterback. We just signed to a 1-year deal. He's in. Mitch Trubisky is out. He played okay today. Josh Allen went in, kept his start streak alive, handed the ball off once, immediately left the game. Right now, the Bills are winning 17-16. I think they just punted. So we will see how that game finishes up. It doesn't really matter because the Buffalo Bills, as you know, locked up the second seed. And there are some monumental games going on this afternoon. Okay. Miami and the Jets, Denver, Kansas City, and the Bengals already did their job last night beating the Steelers. And if you ask me, honestly, if I had to pick out of Denver, Miami, or Cincinnati to play in the first round, honestly, it's a toss up between Miami or Denver. The Bengals right now are scary. And that hype surrounding them right now of, don't let them in the playoffs. Don't let them in the playoffs. Like, they're getting hot. Bro, they're getting hot. I personally don't want to play them in the first round. I know it's a home game for the Bills. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding it. People think when we're counted out or when we're seen as the underdog in a game, the Bills play their best. I ain't taking that chance. To be honest with you, man. Triple Crown winner. They got Jamar Chase, Savage, T. Higgins, Beast. I don't want to see them. Okay, it's already going to be a tough road. If we win the first round and we go on to the second round to play, God knows who. I don't know. Baltimore. Yeah, it's going to be the Baltimore or the Chargers, I would assume, or Baltimore. Yeah, I would have to look, but it's going to be a tough second round. Kansas City is going to play obviously the highest remaining seed, right? So they'll play the winner of the highest remaining seed. So if we take care of the seventh seed in game one, obviously, the fifth seed wins. Kansas City will play the fifth seed, and then we'll play obviously the next seed after that. I'm interested to know. Honestly, I think the Bills are poised to make a Super Bowl run this year, but a lot of things have to go right. Okay, a lot of things have to go right for us. As you could tell, sometimes this year we played like this, right? And I've spoke about that at nauseum. The videos I made in the beginning of this season, I think if anything that's going to hurt us in the playoffs is obviously not our offensive play. It's going to be our defense. The streakiness of the defense, right? Whether we get gashed in the run game, penalties by the corners, or just straight up getting torched down the field. I mean, I think we'll be okay, but games like the game against Detroit, shootout, right? We ended up getting the win there, but it was an absolute shootout. Nobody wanted to see that. I mean, as a fan, you want to see a high scoring game, a close game. That's football to a T, right? But when your defense is giving up fucking 40 plus, you don't want to see that, right? Or the shootout in LA. Nobody wants to see that. Overall, though, our defense ranked wise, turnover differential, whatever you want to look at, amazing. It's just one of the mindsets you got to have, especially going into the playoffs, is teams are going to score on you. I'm guilty of this as well. I want to pitch a shutout every week. I want to shut teams down. That's not the reality of the league. As you guys know, I mean, it's a passing league. These quarterbacks, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, they're going to get their stats. They're going to come out. They're going to get their stats. They're going to throw touchdowns. They're going to rush on you, right? But it's always that mentality that we have of bend, don't break, right? And I know it's easier said than done. As a fan, we always want to see a shutout, but that's just not the way it's not going to happen. Very rarely does it happen. I mean, we're playing New England right now. We're losing by 1. Granted, New England's going against our 2s and 3s. And Joe Melton all of a sudden playing like a beast, just dotting our secondary up right now. They're about to score again. Now that I'm looking down at the game, God, I don't want to see that. So one of the things I really want to talk about in this video, which I know has been beat to death, but I'm going to beat it to death as well now, is the MVP race. Okay. And I know right now the big controversy out there and the big 2 front runners for the MVP is Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Okay. Do I think Josh Allen should win the MVP? Yes, I do. Couple reasons why. One, in my opinion, and I know there's not like a clear formula or what they look out when they determine MVP, which I think they should try to figure something out, right? Like a metric or metrics to hit, because to me, it's like a popularity contest, right? If they go off strictly stats, Lamar Jackson's your MVP. Okay. His numbers from this year compared to last year when he won it, night and day. He's a beast. I will never have anything bad to say against Lamar Jackson. I like Lamar Jackson. I've never had a problem with the Ravens fans anywhere. They're always good people. They're always jumping in my comments when I do content about the Ravens. I like the Baltimore Ravens. If, knock on wood, if the Bills drop whenever in the playoffs, I'm rooting for Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. I just want to make that clear. Nobody else. It's never going to be Kansas City, Houston, the Chargers, Pittsburgh. No. Baltimore Ravens to the Super Bowl if the Bills don't make it. Okay, so I wanted to make that very clear. The second thing, why I think it should be Josh Allen, and I'm not putting down Lamar Jackson, okay? I personally look at not just the stats. I look at if this player was not on that team, would their record be the same or worse? And I think we can all agree, if you're a diehard football fan, that if Josh Allen was not the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, and it was Mitch Trubisky or Mike White or whoever, I don't know if the Bills would have 8 wins. And I'm keeping it real. Josh Allen is the reason why we win football games. He puts the team on his back. It's break glass in case of emergency. I mean, he's hands down the MVP of not only our team, but the league. Okay. You look at games like against LA, right? 4 or 5 touchdowns. I know we took a loss. 4 or 5 touchdowns kept us in that game. If Mitch Trubisky started that LA Rams game, we would have lost by 50. Anyone that watches football knows that. If we started Mitch Trubisky against Detroit, we would have lost by 40. Even though Detroit is missing about 80 players that are on the IR right now, we lose that game, right? And then you take games into account like Josh Allen in the snow versus San Francisco, LA, Detroit, only team to beat Kansas City, right? And then you look at the supporting cast, okay? Our receivers, rookie Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins. Yes, we have Amari Cooper, but he's old. And he's not like he came over here and he has a 1,000-yard receiver, right? It's that veteran presence of Amari Cooper, right? It's that ability to beat man coverage, one-on-one, get us a first down here or there. Sometimes maybe good go, get a deep ball, jump ball, whatever it is. But do I agree that getting Amari Cooper dramatically helped our team? Obviously. But you take Josh Allen out of the equation, you put any other quarterback in there that we have on the roster, we barely get 8 wins this year, okay? On the other side of the ball, you look at the Baltimore Ravens, okay? You have a future Hall of Famer in Derrick Henry, who beast. Like, beast. Zay Flowers. 2 tight end ones. Solid defense. Like, without Lamar Jackson, that's the Baltimore Ravens are getting more than 8 wins in the season. Put in Tyler Huntley. It doesn't matter. The Ravens are stacked, in my opinion. This is my opinion. The Ravens are stacked, in my opinion, more so than the Bills. I think we prefaced that and we beat it to death when the Bills played the Ravens this year and the Ravens just punched us in the face. Okay, granted, it was very early in the season, and I know there's a lot of players. I know there's a lot of players out there that, or fans that think, okay, well, since it's so close, let's look at the head-to-head. Okay, since it's so close, Lamar Jackson beat Josh Allen. Yeah, but it was early in the season. The Bills still got the 2nd seed, right? Baltimore didn't get the 2nd seed. And again, I like Lamar Jackson, okay? I don't want anyone to jump in here and cut my head off. I love the Baltimore Ravens. I'm rooting for them if it doesn't work out for the Bills this season. I just think Josh Allen is your MVP this year, okay? Tony Romo kind of hit it on the head, in my opinion, when he said, hey, man, if it's really this close, you know, if they're really going to think that it's neck and neck and we can't declare a winner, you know, human nature is they're going to side with the guy that, you know, has none for the guy that already has 2. And then how mind-blowing would it be to have Lamar Jackson's playoff record but have 3 MVPs? Like, at some point, you got to look at, okay, is this a coaching issue? Is this Lamar Jackson folding under pressure in the playoffs? Like, what is going on here? 3 MVPs, but have that kind of playoff record? Wild. in my opinion, just straight up wild. And the game turned off for a second. I'm going to try to get this bad boy back on. But like I said, the Bills, the last time I looked, the Bills were losing. And let's see. I'm telling you, I'm going to be watching that Chiefs-Broncos game. Straight up. I would rather play a rookie Bo Nix in the playoffs than Miami, than you know, I don't want to play Cincinnati. You know, I've said that a lot. I don't want to play them. Let's see if I can get this game back on here. All right. Let's see here. Also, shout out to James Cook, bro. Shout out to Sean McDermott for not only getting his players in there to kind of get the end of the year bonuses and what do they call that? Incentives, right? Von Miller, first series of the game, gets a sack, gets 1.5 mil. Okay. Cool. James Cook needs a touchdown to tie the Bills all-time franchise record in touchdowns. Puts him in there, bangs it in, tied O.J. Simpson. Okay. Awesome. I think James Cook's leading the league in rushing touchdowns this year. What a gem. For somebody that I wasn't sure would work out in Buffalo when we drafted him, boy, was I wrong. I love James Cook, do the dog, for how small and how his physique, for how tough he runs, how shifty he is, and just his flat line, I'm going to beat you in the hole and outrun you. Beast. We couldn't have asked for a better outcome when it comes to James Cook. Okay. Do I think our wide receiver core could be better? I do. But have we been making it work? Yes. And they did preface with Josh Allen saying, you know what? Anyone can get the ball in this offense. Amari, Keon, Shakir, Matt Collins. I mean, I would say Samuel, but he's been MIA for a while. Our tight ends, right? Anyone can get the ball. He doesn't feel like he has to force feed it to one dude to ensure that dude gets his targets. He's 100% talking about Stephon Diggs. And how many games last year or the year before where Josh Allen, you know, is just looking, and then just forces a shit ball to Stephon Diggs just so this dude doesn't cry later, right? He needs his catches. He needs his yards. I get it. Diva wide receiver 1. It is what it is. We moved on. We shut the door. You know, we blew it up and we flushed it, right? We blew the bathroom up. We flushed it and we moved on from Stephon Diggs. I wish him all the best in Houston. I know he had the season-ending injury. He will bounce back. He will be fine. And it also sucks about Tank Dell. I'm going to throw that out there real quick. But with the wide receiver core that we have right now in Buffalo, nobody, not even the diehard fans of Buffalo, thought we were going to do what we did this year. Okay? I'm telling you right now, fuck mainstream media and whoever else is telling you, they have the Jets winning the AFC East, okay? You know why? It's because we lost how many captains, how many starters in the offseason. This year was supposed to be a rebuild year, and now we're touted to possibly go to the Super Bowl. Why do I think that is? 1, coaching, OC, and Josh Allen. Just the perfect melting pot of these guys in the locker room. They're probably all best friends, and they play like it. They play great together. It's a perfect cohesive unit, and I'm here for it. We're all here for it. And knock on wood, but honestly, if this year just happens to not work out again in the Bills' favor, it's going to be devastating. Not only has Kansas City knocked us out 3 out of the last 4 years, I need, just for my own mental sanity, I need somebody to beat Kansas City in round 2. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Baltimore, LA, Houston, Pittsburgh. I don't care. I want to play somebody else in the divisional or even in the AFC Championship game, right? So New England did go down, kick a field goal. They are winning 20-16. We did put Mike White in the game. Ray Davis at running back. Keon Coleman's in. Matt Collins is in. I'm not sure. I don't think that's our starting offensive line. Maybe 1 or 2 guys in there. Maybe it's – no, yeah. It's 1 or a couple starters are in, but Samuel finally made a catch there. Jeez, man, I was expecting big things out of Curtis Samuel this year. What a letdown. But, again, I wanted to jump on. I know I've been kind of MIA. It is what it is. I've had a lot of stuff going on. But I think, just to recap real quick, for all the Baltimore Ravens fans that are going to watch this, Lamar Jackson is a hell of a player. Okay? Stats-wise, he's your MVP. Stats-wise, MVP. He's going to hopefully take you past the first round of the playoffs. Okay? Hopefully. And like I said, if the Bills don't make it, go Ravens. Okay? I would pick Lamar Jackson to play against Kansas City again, and I would have Baltimore winning that game. Barring any sort of shit play from anybody or coaching blunders, anything like that. Just looking at it, Kansas City, Baltimore, I'm straight up going to go Baltimore for the W. But when it comes, like I said, when it comes to that MVP, when it comes to that guy, you cannot absolutely get to where you are right now without this player on your team as Josh Allen. Okay? Just give him one, right? They gave him the cover of Madden. Just give him one MVP. And if, God forbid, if he does not win the MVP, let's just hope he wins Super Bowl MVP and gets Buffalo their very first Super Bowl win in franchise history. I think the whole world, if Kansas City gets knocked out, Baltimore gets knocked out, I would hope everyone jumps, on the Bills bandwagon and hopes for a Bills Super Bowl win. A lot of people are saying possibly a Super Bowl matchup could be Buffalo-Detroit. I don't see it. The Rams, if the Rams get in, they're hot too, right? I mean, they're just like Cincinnati. You don't want them to get in the playoffs. They're playing really good right now. The Rams can do some work. Detroit, if they get some key players back, they might be able to make a run, but I just think they're too banged up. They're too banged up on defense. It's a good thing that their offense can put up 40 a game, because if their offense didn't have who they have, I don't know. I don't even think they would have 8 or 9 wins. And that game tonight is absolutely crucial against Minnesota. And how crazy would it be to have 2 losses, to be 15-2 or 2 or 3, 15-2, 14-3, and be the 5th seed? I think that's what's on the line right now. It's tonight against Detroit and Minnesota. It's for the 1st seed and a bye. And the loser, I think, drops to the 5th seed. I could, let me see. I don't want to talk out of my ass because I get murdered for that. Let me see. I'm going to go to good old ESPN. Oh, Mike White is trash. Ugh. All right. So if Buffalo drops today against New England, nothing happens. We've locked up the 2nd seed. So this game is really, hey, get your incentives, get your playing time. Let's see what we got. Let's put Mike White in there, whatever. Okay, so tonight, Detroit is currently 14-2. Minnesota is 14-2. Okay, so the winner is obviously going to be 15-2. Loser is going to be 14-3. If Detroit wins that game, obviously they'll jump to 15-2. They'll retain the first round, and Minnesota will stay at the 5th seed. If Minnesota wins, Detroit drops to the 5th seed at 14-3 and will have to play on the road against Tampa Bay. What? And that's if Tampa Bay loses today. Where are the butt cheek Ravens or Falcons? Dude, if Tampa Bay loses, I haven't looked at the scores, but if Tampa Bay loses today and the Falcons win, Detroit would have to go on the road at 14-3 and play the 9-8 NFC South winners and the Falcons. What? How retarded is that? That is wild. Super fucking crazy. Green Bay, 11-5. They win today. What? 12-5, 7th seed. What? So if I go through here, okay, so Houston, I think, is going to win. Let me see. I'm just going to do this real quick. Bear with me. All right. Week 17. All right. Let's get the full scores up here. All right. Ooh. Tampa Bay, it's winning by 1. No one cares about that game. All right, we're going to give Houston the win because it's fourth quarter. They're winning 23-6. So we're going to give Houston the win. Boom. Okay, Houston got the dub. Okay, Chicago, Green Bay, whatever. Dallas, Washington, whatever. Carolina, Atlanta, tied. 9 minutes left in the fourth, 31-31. Oh, boy. So that's a toss-up game. Let's see what happens if... Okay, so if Dallas beats Washington, Green Bay will go to 6th seed. Washington will go to the 7th. But what I'm interested in is obviously the AFC. So we're going to give the Jets a loss. Miami's going to beat the Jets. Oh, man, Broncos, Kansas City. I mean, I would love to see the Broncos win. If the Broncos win, it's no matter what, we're playing the Broncos. That is the pivotal game, is Broncos in Kansas City. Kansas City is not playing anybody. Patrick Mahomes isn't playing. I don't know who they're going to have playing out there. Starters, I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes is not playing. So if Denver can get the win, it's done. Bengals are out. Dolphins are out. And we play Denver comes to Buffalo in the first round. If Denver loses to Kansas City and Miami beats the Jets, we play Miami in Buffalo. If Kansas City wins, the Dolphins lose to the Jets, and obviously the Bengals beat the Steelers, we play the Bengals. So that's it. It can only be one of 3 teams. Bengals, Miami, or Denver. And I've already told you I would much rather play Denver in round 1 or Miami. I don't want to play Cincinnati. Okay? I mean, if they just had a little bit of luck in the beginning of the year and weren't shitting the bed on defense or had those crucial drops or penalties that they were having, Joe Burrow is in the MVP mix. Like, I don't want to play them in the first round. So let's hope Denver can, take care of the work that they got to do today, beat Kansas City. Hopefully Kansas City is like, hey, we got a first round bye. We don't have a perfect record. We're 15-1. Whatever. We'll finish the year 15-2, go into the playoffs. Hopefully they just sacrifice a loss to let Denver win, and Denver will come to Buffalo round 1. Okay. So if it works out like I think it will, and we play Denver in round 1, okay, so I'll put Denver in round 1. So they would be the 7th seed. Okay, Buffalo beats Denver. Boom, Buffalo's in. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Baltimore beats Pittsburgh. Houston and LA. I think LA beats Houston. Okay, so if that happens, LA goes to Kansas City and we play Baltimore. Ain't nobody want to play Baltimore, bro. So whoever, I know Pittsburgh got murked by Baltimore during Christmas, but dude, if Baltimore does end up going, or if Pittsburgh does end up going to Baltimore in the first round, I'm praying for a Pittsburgh to pull something out of their ass. Just a last second, upset. I need that to happen because if Baltimore's scary, they're primed to make a run right now. Like I said, if today was the AFC Championship game against Kansas City and Baltimore, and the game was played in Kansas City, I'm going Baltimore. Like, they're scary. That's a good fucking franchise right there. I don't care about Patrick Mahomes. I don't care that he has 20 Super Bowls. I don't care. I'm going Baltimore. And that's just the way it is. Game keeps freezing, so I think that's our sign. But hey, I wanted to jump on, 1, to let y'all know that I think Josh Allen is your MVP, and 2, I don't think the Bills are going to win today, but hey, it is what it is. And 2, just to let people know that, 1, I'm still alive. I'm doing well. Like I said, I got a lot of things going on in my life right now. I'm trying to figure it out, trying to work through some things. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the love this channel has gotten, not only in likes, comments, and shares, but also the people that sub to the channel. I super appreciate y'all. I'm gonna jump off for now. Hopefully we'll be coming on live in a couple days. Definitely before the Bills play their first playoff game, whether it's against Cincinnati, Denver, or Miami. I'll definitely be going live. Maybe have a guest on. If you want to be on the channel, have a conversation with me. Hit me up, throw me a comment, or find Cali Bills Talk on Facebook and send me a DM. I would love to have you on, whether you're a Kansas City fan, Baltimore, Miami, Denver, or just a fan of another team. You want to talk football? You want to shoot the shit? Hit me up on Cali Bills Talk on Facebook. Shoot me a DM. I'll get you on. All right. But until then, y'all have a good, safe rest of your weekend and go Bills.
Kelly Bills Talk. We keep it real. We keep it raw. We keep it authentic. Mafia. Mount up.